This is a little video we put together for you as a way of showing you what our drive is like from home to the school and from the school to the office. Just to give an idea of the scenery we go through and the dreadfully dull environment we live in. Here we are leaving Dickens Heath towards the east of the town. There's many of these red brick buildings, townhouse complex kind of buildings. Not exactly the greatest place, but it's in a nice area. Here we are going over the canal. This canal goes between Birmingham and Stratford-upon-Avon, and we'll cross it quite a few times today. It goes all the way through Hockley Heath, which is where the school is. This is Tanworth Lane, heading south now through farmland by and large. There's field to the right and left, but due to these pesky hedges you can't really see it. That car turning up to the right there is on Lady Lane, which is rather appropriate. You'll see there's a few houses here and there, but by and large it's open farmland. That sign there indicates that we're about to turn off to the left to Hockley Heath on Watery Lane, although why it's called Watery Lane I have no idea. This is it. You can see it's a lane, but it's not very watery. It's rather narrow. You have to be beware of oncoming traffic and stay well to the left if there is some. And here's a turn off again to Hockley Heath. So this part now is very much out in the open. There's not much farmland here. What little there is hidden behind a lot of these trees. There's a lot of woodland, a few houses dotted here and there, but you by and large get the feel that you're completely out in the middle of a jungle. Those houses there were the last vestiges of Hockley Heath. And a lot of this has been cut out and edited. As you'll see, the video jumps quite a lot. There's only so many trees you can actually look at without feeling like a bit of a monkey. So we've tried not to drag it out too long. The original video was about 36 minutes, and we've cut it down to 9, or just under 10. So apologies if you feel like we're missing all the good bits, but these are the good bits, really. As you can see, the trees here form quite an impressive canopy over the road. There's a house here and there, which is starting to get in towards Hockley Heath. There's the old farmhouse, and on the left there you'll see the walls of houses and hedges that are right on the outskirts of Hockley Heath. And this road is School Road. It goes directly up to the school, hence the name, I guess. And there's the school. That big triangular piece of glass is the hall. The rest of the buildings are the classrooms. Not highly attractive. There's a big open playing area where they've got sort of painting and things for kids to play on school. But given that it's a Saturday, the gates are locked and we can't go inside. Now there's another road which we should have taken, which is parallel to this one originally. This is back going on School Road. There's another road that goes a little bit further south than this, but I forgot to take it when I got to the school, so we'll have to find another alternative route to get back to that one. The most obvious one is Ashford Lane, but it's a little bit narrow and sometimes gets a bit muddy, especially if it's been raining. So let's just cross over the canal and check what it's doing. And as you see, it is rather narrow. It's a sand, gravel, untarred road, and it's a little bit full of mud. Don't feel like getting stuck in there, so we have to do a quick retreat back over the canal in reverse, which is quite a feat in itself, and on we go again. Let's try the next one, which is Rotherham's Oak Lane. Another narrow lane, but this one has the pride of having a white line in the middle of it. Although there's no way you can actually get a car on either side of that white line, so I'm not sure why it's there. There we go, over the canal again, and we're on our way. This is a rather beautiful little lane. There's a few houses on the left, farmland on the right, and it connects School Road to what is called Cutthroat Lane. And the origins of Cutthroat Lane are unknown, or to anybody that we've asked anyway. It wouldn't appear that there was a highwayman who used to cut throats at regular intervals, but we'd like to believe it anyway, just to give a bit of romance to the place. So this is Cutthroat Lane. Again, you can see the woodland on the left, trimmed by the buses that go past, and farmland on the right. In case you're wondering what actually gets farmed here, there's a lot of wheat, a bit of oats, and a lot of horses. Occasionally you'll see a few sheep and a few cows in the fields, but it's mainly horse country here. Here's the more thickly wooded piece of Cutthroat Lane. Again, there's not really that much I can add besides you're passing a lot of trees and at regular intervals. Hey, there's a guy on a motorbike, what do you know? Something different for a change. Coming up to an intersection now where the road splits. One goes down south to Henley and Arden, which also leads down to Stratford, and we've crossed across the main road down to Stratford. This is where the road splits. This one takes to the left to show you the lakes at Earlswood, and what they call the lakes. They're really just a big dam in South African language, reservoir in other parts of the world. The water here is a feeder lake for the canal. So when the canal gets a bit empty, they let some water out here and etc. You'll see there's a road going in between the two lakes, and we've sort of gone on it and around it again. Apologies for that, but the middle bit was really boring. And if you feel like you've been shaken up there, that's because Silla's moving the camera around it just to get the picture. You'll see there's little enclaves on the side of the road so that people can get away from the cars. There's not that much space on this road for anything besides one car and half a passenger, or half a pedestrian rather. Now we're joining back up into the main road. This is Norton Lane, which goes between Earlswood and Wythall. We actually looked at a house along this way, but turned out to be a little bit on the small side, although it had a fantastic garden. It was also next to another house which was rather derelict after having been subject of a family feud for about 20 years, and so it was completely uninhabitable. If you, with sharp eyes, you'd have noticed the sign reading Wythall on the left. This is the town of Wythall now. We're on Station Road, moved off now into Gorsey Lane, which goes around the north end of Wythall. On the right again, you've got farmland, mainly horses. On the left, you've got the town of Wythall, going into a road crossing across Ulster Road, which is to Bickkiln Lane. With sharp eyes, you would have noticed the sign on the left there, warning you of ducks and kitty cats. Apologies for the rain. You'll have noted that I tried to edit out as many of the wiper blade movements as I could, but some of them are unavoidable. This little country lane leads up to this even tinier one, which is very close to the office now. You'll notice a sign at the end here saying, "Beware, daft young dog. Please drive slowly." I assume that this daft young dog has a propensity for running under the wheels of cars. And at the end of this little lane, with a few holes in the road, there's this traffic roundabout, and this is where my office is. And it's not that building over there, it's through those gates that are briefly viewed over there and behind those trees. And, well, we're going to do a bit of a hop, skip and a jump on the way back because it's a bit repetitive. So this is Hounsfield Lane on the south end of Hollywood, which is a town just north of Wythall. Again, to the right there are fields, to the left is Hollywood, the other Hollywood. And this is on the east side of Hollywood, heading east back to Dickens Heath. Again, through a bit of open country. You've got Tidbury Green, golf course on the right here. And we're heading back to Dickens Heath now, turning into Birchie Leeshose Road. There's a couple of horse riding schools on the left, where Anna will no doubt be doing horse riding rather shortly. She's on the waiting list at one of them. And then we're coming back now to the outskirts of Dickens Heath. Those houses there are quite well established. They've been around a bit longer than the rest of the town. They basically bought up a few fields in the middle of nowhere next to these old houses and developed Dickens Heath as a big townhouse complex. This is now the sort of main thoroughfare through the town. There's the houses on the right, townhouses. Coming up now to the village green, where the town hall is, the library. There's a little bit of a playground. That's that big green area over there. There's occasionally stage cricket matches there and soccer matches, and the town kids come and play there quite regularly. This is going back towards our place now. There's the turn off to the school, which is the school we're not at. And this is Rumbush Lane, and we're heading back pretty much to the end of our journey. The house we're in is just on the right as the video stops. I hope you enjoyed that.